Okay, so today we're going to be talking about still lifes. A couple examples that I have is we're going to be talking about a still life of food, and we're going to be making a pear using shadows. So as you can see here, there's a shadow on the side of the pear, a little bit in the leaf, a little bit underneath on the plate, and it gives it that neat, realistic feel. Here's another one that's a green pear, so you get to choose a couple different options today of what colors you want your pear to be. The only thing is you have to have a light color first and then a dark color in order to get that shadow. So you can see the shadow a little bit better here, a little bit on the bottom of the pear, and we're leaving this top part up here blank. Okay? So getting started today, the first thing that you're going to see at your table is a tracer. So the tracer is this pear shape here, and when you put it on your paper, you can choose how you want it to be. You can have it a little bit on an angle, you can have it straight like this. If you don't want the leaf on the left, you can flip it over and have the leaf on the right, or it can be leaning this way. So the goal is I don't want it too high and I don't want it too low because we have to draw the plate. So try to find it in the middle. Okay? Then what I want you to do, and you'll notice I'm going to use a white oil pastel, and that's only so you can see it on the camera here. So using my pastel, you're going to use a pencil. You are going to trace around your pear, holding the tracer in the middle. Just watch me first. You go all the way around. You can move your hand a little, and it's easier when you draw towards yourself. So I always like to try to draw towards myself. You can check, did I get the lines on this side? Yes, hold it down, lift on this side. I got all of it, perfect, and then I can remove the tracer. So I would like you to take a moment now and use a pencil and trace around your pear. When you are done with your tracing, we need to draw the background and the plate. So today we're going to be using these Crayola oil pastels, and how you open it is you'll see here you can push it. So what I do is using my right hand if you want, you're going to push the container out by sticking your finger in here, and then you grab it and you pull it out. So what we're going to be using, and I like it when we take one at a time, let's take out this nice, really pretty light blue. Okay? So I'm going to decide where I want it to be. I'm going to draw my background line here, and you want to make it equal on both sides. After you've done that, we put the blue back. I'll put it next to my dark blue like I had it, and I want you to grab the white, and we're going to draw our plate. So I'm going to start by curving out like this. I'm going to go around and then curve back in, and there is my plate. What I want you to do now is, following the curve of the edges, you are going to color in your entire plate white. When you use this oil pastel, don't push really hard or you'll break it. It's very light, like barely even touching the paper. It comes off. So you just want to go lightly back and forth, and you want the black to show through. It kind of gives it a nice shadow and that realistic feel. I don't want to see you push really hard and you get it all covered. That's not what I'm looking for. So you just go back and forth. I'd like you to start coloring in your entire plate white now. And then when you're done, put your oil pastel back in here. This way they don't fall on the floor and get broken. after you've filled in your white plate, I want you to go and take the black, which is at the very end, if your tray looks nice and organized like this. And I want you to draw a little tiny circle in there. Or not circle, but a sphere. And you're going to just gently over your white shade that in. You may go ahead and do this now. When you're done with shading in that little circle part here, I just want you to do a little bit of a black line. Again, not pushing hard. Just draw a black line on the very bottom of your plate. Not all the way, just a little bit. I know it's hard to see here, but you'll see it when we do the background. When you're done with the black, I want you to put it back in the case on the very far right. And then I want you to take out your blue. Now you'll notice when I go to take out the blue, I'm not grabbing it from the top, I'm getting it from the bottom. So I stick my thumb in and I just grab it. I don't push too hard so I don't break this again. Now using my blue, what I want you to do is the rest of your design, you're going to outline around. Okay, now you'll see the black is starting to show here a little bit. And then you're going to shade in. You're going to go left to right, not up and down. You see how that looks. You're going to go left to right. And you're going to fill in your entire rest of your paper. You can do that now. Again, notice I'm not filling it in all the way. I'm leaving a little bit of a shadow. When you're done with the blue, put it back in front of that dark blue. I like to keep everything nice and organized. And just wait until we do the next step. Now, when it comes time to filling in our pear, the first thing I want us to do is to do the leaf and the stem the same color. So what I'm going to have you do is you're going to grab your light green and you're going to color in your leaf and the stem. When you're done with that, you'll put the light green back and grab the dark green, and you're going to do a little bit of a shadow in there. So on the bottom here, you'll just do half of it dark green, and then on the leaf you'll do half, like a tiny little section or corner of it, you're going to do a dark green. Try to zoom in so you can see that. It's hard to see on here. What I'll do, I don't want you to do this, but just so you can see it in the video, I'm going to grab the black and I'm going to put the black over it so you can see where I did the shadow on my green. Again, this is just for me showing you so you can see in the video. Okay? Now, what you're going to do for the inside of your pear is you can choose. You can choose to do orange, and then you'll do your shadow in red. You can choose to do the pink and do your shadow in the purple. Or you can choose to do the light green and do your shadow in the dark green. We are not doing the blue because we have the blue for the background here. So if you want, again, you can do the light red, the orange, the pink, or the green. Because I've done the green and I've done the orange, I'm going to do the pink on this one. Grab that light color and you're going to color in your entire pear with that light color first. You may do that now. As a reminder, again, do big strokes, left, right, up and down. Big, big, big strokes to color it in. Don't push hard because you'll break it. Be nice and gentle and very light. The harder you push, the more parts of this is going to break off. And I don't want to break it. When you're done filling it in, put it back in front of its partner to make it easier for yourself. And then what I would like you to do is to grab the dark. So if you have the orange, you'll grab that dark red. If you have the pinkish purple, you'll grab the dark purple. If you have the light green, you're going to do the dark green. So I'm going to grab my dark purple because that's what I was working on. And I want you to go in and you're going to draw a line, kind of curve it down and around, if you can see that. And then you're going to color that in with the shadow. Okay. So you can see how it's nice and dark of a shadow. And when I'm done, I'm going to put that back. And I want you to grab your black. Okay. And we're going to do a little bit of a line on the bottom of the pear. Just a nice little dark line. That gives it a little shadow like it's sitting on the plate. Okay. And I'll do a little one, just a tiny bit here. You put your black back. And my favorite part, we're going to give it highlights. So take out your white. And what we'll do is you're just going to do a little kind of little tornado back and forth on the top up here. And then you do a bigger one down there. And there you go. There is your pear. Nice job. You will put your white back in, and then you grab your oil pastel case, and then gently you're going to put it back inside. And put it nicely on your table, and we'll get ready for the next step.